Here with Concordia head softball coach Brock Culler to preview the 2025 softball season, and as we record this, only a little over a couple weeks away from first official games of the new season. Wanted to take just a quick look back at last year and maybe some of the momentum that you started to build in the program. What did that stretch kind of do for this team where you won 10 of 11 games and moved up to third in the conference? I mean, what did that do for this team?
It just it proved what us coaches already knew, but it proved to our team that they're capable of winning. The last year and a half before that, there wasn't a lot of winning, and there wasn't a lot of confidence with our players. They're good players, they're good athletes, and winning, it just breeds success. And the confidence was the biggest thing. Okay, yeah, we can do this. We kept telling them as coaches, but once they felt it themselves, it was really a big deal.
And you said in the fall that this team had a different feel to it. So what makes you feel good about what this team can be heading into 2025?
Just almost everything. Coaches, players, we're all on the same page. The players are self-running a lot of things. The communication between the players, the coaches is great. A lot of the conversations that are taking place gear more towards around the potential of the season and what we have to do and the things that could distract us from that. And they're owning it, and they just they're really bought into this whole thing. They really are, and it gives me a lot of confidence. It really does.
Only had 3 seniors on the roster last season. That means you've got a lot returning. Also have a pretty big class of newcomers as well. What does that do in terms of the competitiveness? I know you like to have a group of about 20 for varsity roster.
Yeah.
How competitive is that to kind of decide those spots?
Well, first of all, the seniors that we have coming back have a ton of college game experience, which is just huge because our younger players are recruits. We recruit players that have been in winning programs and on winning teams, and they know what it takes to win and what winning feels and looks like. And our older players are helping them along with what it's like to play at the college level to manage the workload of everything that comes along with it. And it's been phenomenal. So we've got great leadership, we've got great talent. Our coaches are great. We have a great staff this year, and it's just at this point, practices are great, but we just need to get out, Jake, and play a team on the other side of the field in a different uniform. Or that's kind of where we're at, just to get a true evaluation of our team.
And you're saying this only a couple days into the semester as we record this.
Yeah, because our fall was really good. And then our winter workouts were great too. It's, you can never practice enough, I guess, but you can almost practice too much. I think we're just kind of at the point where, like I said, we're healthy, we're hungry, and we just need to get out there on the field against a different team, another team other than ourselves.
Wanted to mention Megan Urich, who is a first-team all-conference pitcher, set a school record for strikeouts in a single season. The trajectory of her career has been really impressive. The way she's improved each season. What are the expectations for what she can be as a senior now?
When her career's all over, it's going to be a really cool story. She's had an outstanding journey, really good work ethic, great head on her shoulders, and has really become more of a student of the game, understanding strategic side of pitching, and I think that was a big credit to her success last year. This year she's got a lot of personal goals and team goals. I don't know if she wants me to share them or not, but they're going to really build on the momentum that she built from last year, and she really wants to close out her career and have a really good season this year for her team.
Well, we'll have an interview with Megan too, so we'll we'll see what she
Okay.
says about her goals
Mhm.
then. How about the pitching staff as a whole? What can you say about the growth you've seen since you first got here?
Yeah, just the maturity level. I would say that, in the college game, it's going to be rare. I'm not saying it won't happen, but it's going to be rare that a pitcher goes out and strikes out 10 plus every game. Just the way the offensive are, especially in our conference, that's not a realistic thing to plan for. So what we do is we try and control the hitters that we face, and our pitchers are doing a great job with that. They understand it. I think the real big key to our success is going to be Kaylee Dennison, and her growth in the fall and these winter workouts has been exceptional. And I think if she's able to perform like she has in practices on the field, that just gives us even more depth, and not just depth, but like considerable depth that are in the circle. Because Taryn Ganstrom's game ready. Jordan Head's really come along really well, and we have a freshman, Brooke Moore, who's really developed too over the fall and the winter. So we do have depth in the circle. We've got depth everywhere on the field, and like I keep saying, Jake, we just honestly, to get a true evaluation, we got to go play. We just got to go play.
How about the offensive lineup? I think from 2023 to 24 took a nice step forward. What do you attribute to that to, and how do you build upon that?
Yeah,
this spring?
just the buy-in. We had a really good conversation. At one point we were 9th place in the conference last year. We have in the meeting room, we look around and there's just tons of talent in our meeting room, on this team, and we said we got to get our offense going. Our pitching was really good, obviously with Megan, and defense was really, really playing at a high level, and we just needed to get our offense to match that. And once we kind of got that going and we got the buy-in from the team, I mean, you saw what happened. We went on that run, and that momentum's going to be big going into this year.
And during that run, a couple Lincoln North Star alums, Kylie Schottenkirk and Aubriana Kreeser were red hot.
Mm-hmm.
Kylie even had a National Player of the Week award, which was pretty cool. But how important do you see them being kind of to that lineup?
Yeah, they're going to be very important. So far, they've been, picked up right where they left off, a little bit better even. They're just a little bit smarter as far as their approach to the plate. They're very talented offensively, and just our hitting lineup is going to be very deep. And those two are going to be two of them that are going to be leading it for sure.
And one of those freshmen that came in last year, Lacey Joseph, was someone I know you're excited to have enter the program. What do you see from her now that she's got a full year under her belt at shortstop?
Yeah, she's a very talented, gifted kid. Tons of energy, highly competitive, which is exactly what we want here at Concordia. Offensively, when you bring a freshman in, you never know how they're going to adjust to the college pitching. Struggled a little bit last year at times. She had some success last year at times, but I think that piece of it for her this year is going to be big. Now that she's got that year under her belt, she's got a little bit more. She's a little more calm and comfortable in the box. So that's going to be a big thing for her. It's offensively, because defensively she's as gifted as they come.
Wanted to mention the outfield too, because you bring just about everybody back, and I'm sure there's some other players emerging, but you have to kind of like the depth that you have there.
Yeah, our outfield is really deep and very, very talented. It's going to be tough to come up with the 3 starters out there. So we're, these preseason, our non-conference schedule is going to really help dictate a lot of that. There's going to be a lot of players going in and out of that outfield, because it's really deep and very, very talented. We're really excited about our outfield. The outfield practices are pretty neat to watch.
How much of an impact do you expect the newcomers to make? Because I know you do have a lot of veteran players, a lot of seniors, but what do you expect from the newcomers?
I guess 2 things. One is our newcomers, they're very, very talented. They played in winning programs, national level winning programs, and they're going to push. They've been pushing our veterans, which is really good. So our practices are very competitive. That's one thing that they bring. And then the other thing is, depending on how all this thing works out, they very well could step in and get a lot of significant playing time.
As you continue to kind of go through the preseason here, a lot of work indoors, obviously, but what are you still maybe looking to come together or accomplish before February 1st?
Just staying poised, keeping our goals, in mind and staying healthy, just not letting any cobwebs settle in, a lot of throwing, keeping arms loose, getting some good swings on things, and just, preparation. That's the biggest thing, is just make sure that we're prepared for day one.
And you get to start the season right when February hits, up in the Dome and in Sioux Center. Why was it important, or what was the thought there of getting started basically immediately when you're allowed to play a first game?
Yeah, the facilities we have here at Concordia are incredible. The things that we're able to do indoors, we have a ton of space. It's outstanding, it really is. But the reason that we wanted to go a week earlier is because last year we were practicing almost 4 weeks before we played. You get into 2+ weeks of practice, almost any team's just like, hey, we're ready to go play. So that's kind of why we scheduled this one. We've got about 2.5 weeks of practice since we came back, and we're going to be playing. And I think that just really lines up and will do us a lot of good.
Well, I know you have a lot better feel now for the GPAC and what that competition is like. How close do you feel like you're getting to being right there with some of those teams like Midland and Northwestern that have had success nationally as well?
Yeah, those two programs have had a really good run. They're well coached. They got good athletes. When I got here, as one of the first things I looked at, who's on top of the conference, and what are they doing that gets them there and keeps them there. And the biggest thing was their talent level. Just I look at each player on those teams and their positions, and we try and recruit at or better than that. And I feel like we've done some of that. We have very competitive, smart, good kids, and I'm an optimistic person, so sometimes that gets me in a little bit of trouble. But I feel real good about this season, how we're going to match up with those top teams in our conference, and our players feel the same way, Jake. They feel the same way. They're not overly confident. There's just that feel. I don't know how really to explain it other than the conversations that go on and the way they conduct themselves day to day. It just gives me a lot of optimism.
All right. How about a SCO Dogs to end on?
Yeah, SCO Dogs. Yeah, we're ready. I'm blessed with this. This is great.